We are live for real. I'm pretty sure. Are we real? Is that you?
I'm real. Are
Is
you
it
real?
me? I don't
Are
probably
you
know.
sure that's you?
Pretty sure it's not me. Orlando guy in the house. What's going on? Rolex video coming tomorrow. I think he said that in the chat earlier. Um, I mean, come on. It's the game just ended. It was kind of a classic ending. I must ask you. I know you were watching. Did your team win?
Yeah, I don't feel super committed to any of them, but for some reason I just like Kansas more. So their red was more brilliant.
The red was more
It
brilliant.
was a more vibrant red. So I really wanted them to win.
I don't like the Chiefs. I don't like the 49ers. By the way, I'm gonna throw out there, they're both red. Out there.
Kansas is more red.
Okay, more red. I mean the most red team. Okay. Well, my team is beautiful baby blue, powder blue, but we didn't make it. So
Looks like the Dolphins. Just kidding.
no, no. Dolphins. Orlando guy in the house, Alyssa in the house, just another Disney in the house. Jack, Sandy Claus, Logan in the house, Cricket in the house. Boy, you guys popped in right there at the end. Thank you guys for being here. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday. The game just ended. People are drinking their last drink and eating their last eat and driving home. One of the reasons I didn't do a live DisTube tonight. One of the reasons I expect a lower number tonight, but let's just have some fun with it. And I thought we'd talk about Disney commercials because it's not a marketing show by any means. That Florida feeling in the house, what's going on, but we do talk about marketing a little bit, and we'll get into that in a little bit. And then, of course, I was doing some stuff this morning on my channel and just looking at some analytics, which I don't do enough. And my click-through rates, hey, Bobby World, my click-through rates are pretty bad in general. I know that I need to do a better job on titles and on thumbnails. Thumbnails.
Yeah.
But one that really popped this week because of the title and the thumbnail, I think. Hey, Samantha Carpenter, what's going on? Oh, thank you, Samantha. Yeah, and I did a funny video, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But do you want to start with the commercials or click-through rate? We should probably start with the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, let's just start with that. It's a good way to ease into this and kind of have some fun and get everyone else's feelings on this.
Hey, Manny, what's going on? Hey, Sean. Yeah, if this is so we talked about this being a post-Super Bowl party. I mean, I can be fun. I can be boring. I don't know that this would be the most exciting post-Super Bowl party ever. I'm guessing the people in the what is it, the Power and Light District in Kansas City, I think they talked about.
Yeah.
And in Miami. And I was just on Instagram. It looks like a party on Instagram. I'll tell you that right now.
But this is a Super Bowl after party.
Yeah, okay. All right. It's a stretch to call it a party. I'm going to have fun. I hope you guys
It's going to be a party. We're having a party right now. Everyone who's here knows that, right?
I have one cracker and some Mexican candy stuff. So I don't know.
Good.
I wouldn't call it
a party. If only you had cheese. I ate my weight in cheese tonight, so I can't.
I have a little bit of coffee, but it's from this morning, so I'm not diving into that.
Please
I do have a cheese board, but there's no cheese on it. Well, you were actually here when the cheese board came in.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But the cheese is gone now.
Okay.
But I haven't taken it on. Hey, Marguerite. Marguerite, I bet, is in a good mood. Marguerite, she all year long, she thought, well, I'm going to be a Cowboys fan. I'm going to be a Chargers fan. But right at the end, she switched over to the Chiefs. Right, Marguerite? Hey, Addie, what's going on? Galilee streaming. I heard your name today when they were singing the Star Spangled Banner, right? I hope I'm not confusing that.
Galilee streaming. I won't scare everyone that we do have here away by singing, so that's all you get.
Oh, and I did see Patrick Mahomes. Did he win the MVP? Did you know that Disney Parks are the official sponsor of the Super Bowl? I didn't know. Hey, Zip in the house. Chiefs, hey, buddy. Tonight. Are you guys all together? Did I see the Disney That crew was like having a Super Bowl party thing together? I think I saw that.
Yeah, they're having a dude party for.
That's so fun. Yeah, I caught something that I didn't follow. I don't know the details, but that's
first annual.
First annual, I love it. Just another Disney nerd said I had cereal. Cereal's good. What kind of cereal do you have? AJC Magic in the house. So anyway, let's get back to it. Did you enjoy the commercials? Which one was your favorite? Did you know I had a commercial in there? So did you, by the way.
What one was that? I missed it.
YouTube.
Oh! I did actually miss it. I don't remember a YouTube commercial at all.
Yeah, I didn't notice a spike in my subscribers, but I'm gonna pretend like it's my. Hey Lisa, what's going on? Hey Cricket, what's going on? Hey Tim, what's going on? Disney
Oh,
donated 1 million. Oh, did they really?
that's
Wow,
amazing.
that make Disney and Make a Wish. Those are like two of my favorites. That's so neat. And Zip's here, and they don't. It's not Make a Wish they do, but Make a Wish and Give Kids a World are certainly like-minded organizations. Let's put it
right.
that. I've worked with. I've been tiny bit associated with Make a Wish, and I'm very proud of what they do. And that's when I heard those Zip guys. Well, those Zip guys works. Those Disney guys doing it.
Yeah.
Group in Orlando. I just made my day. I love that. Anyway, we were in Pennsylvania watching it on the retreat with Dale and Corey. Oh man, that's awesome.
That's awesome
right there. Speaking of Corey Meets World, he'll be on my show DizTube in 2 weeks on the 16th.
Yay!
Gotta throw in the plug. Anyway, okay. So I ask you a question and then I talk. I'll try my best to shut up. Commercials. What did you like? What did you not like? What did you notice?
So I think my two standouts are gonna be. I'm just gonna say two because I really loved all of them. Like I was rolling laughing most of the commercial time.
Sure.
But my favorite is Aria in the singing "Let It Go," and I cry every time I hear that song.
Wow, bummer, because they play it really. So you cry you couldn't work where I work.
I get teary eyed. I don't know why. I can't control it.
When you hear the song "Let It," like I was listening, but I feel like I miss it. Every time you hear "Let It Go," you cry.
A little bit, at least a little.
So running a Boys and Girls Club with a mass of young people, there was about 18 months that I did not have a work day that I didn't hear that song "Let It Go."
I would cry every day.
I would have fired you.
I wouldn't have let you sing.
Wow. She's crying again.
I can hide it. I go like this.
I would cry every day too because I'm like, I used to like this song and now it's a little different. The Google one, I don't remember a Google one. I saw the YouTube one. Remind me of the Google one. Which one was that?
I don't remember the Google one. But my second favorite before I forget it was the Bill Murray Groundhog Day one.
Yeah, good.
Oh my God.
I didn't write down my favorite. I probably should have because we talked about talking about it. But
I know.
I love Bill Murray.
Yes.
Now, this is going to be the one of the least masculine things I say on the day, but groundhogs are cute.
They are so cute.
Super, like I want to hug it.
Especially when they're driving Rubicons.
And the car's not bad. I would drive that car. But
yeah,
like it's like I don't like, oh, it's so cute very often, but oh, it's so cute. And Bill Murray is pretty cute too. I'm a kind of a Bill Murray guy.
I love Bill Murray. He's hilarious. That was masterful. Like that was a really great re-script of the same thing and made it just so awesome.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yes.
And this is weird because I just told you I love Bill Murray, and I also just told you that I think groundhogs are insanely cute.
I'm ready for it.
I've never seen Groundhog Day, the movie. I know. I don't know why.
Oh my God. You have to watch it.
Like it's kind of like Titanic. I know the ship's going down. I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen in Groundhog Day. But
no, you have to watch it. If you love Bill Murray, like
I do.
One of his greatest.
I love more. Like if I had a list of like 10 people that I wanted to meet, he would definitely be on it. I love him that much.
He'd be top 5.
I think so. He's hilarious and funny and now I want to watch Ghostbusters. The David Ortiz one, just another Disney, not bad, right? So, but the highlight of the game, I'll let you go because I have a highlight game, and by the way, everybody will agree with me. Some of you will not admit to it, but I will. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to say what the best part of the game was?
I mean, I'm no one to ask that question with any really knowledge of the game. I'm not good at that, but for me, with disclaimer, no football, real knowledge. I'm not an expert. Is when they made the touchdown and he was out. His feet were kind of outside, but he passed the ball over.
I love it when somebody says they made a touchdown. It goes downhill right after that.
Does it?
You don't. They made a touchdown is not exactly coach talk.
I gave 3 disclaimers. I'm not good with this, but that for me, I
gave no disclaimers. I will make fun of you no matter what you say. So you might as well.
Please do.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
All right. So someone more educated on this topic. What was your favorite moment, and then we'll go to your favorite commercials.
So my favorite moment, and I am a former football coach. I love football. This is my deeply held football knowledge. Best moment of the game. Shakira. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No, yeah, that was pretty amazing. You said the game. Was she wasn't part of the game.
Whatever.
I tweeted that out. I tweeted out how much I love Shakira. So
I'm gonna go watch your Twitter. I'm gonna go check out your Twitter.
you better like it. Tweet.
I loved Shakira, and I didn't want to admit it years ago, and now I'm just cool with it. Like,
Yeah, I said something about how does one's body move like that, because all I do is trip when I walk. Something along those lines. So
we were talking about. So I'm not on TikTok. Me and you were having a TikTok talk. TikTok talk. I just said that seriously.
That is awesome. That's going to be a highlight of the show.
That should be somebody needs to have a show called TikTok Talk. But anyway, we had a TikTok Talk 27 times I've said it now about I don't care. I don't care. I can't get into it. I don't care. But Instagram apparently thinks I care. And it's all these people. I bet tomorrow we have some Shakira not so hips lying. I bet we have some hips lying TikToks on my Instagram.
Yeah, definitely.
I just look. I think about Shakira and my mouth doesn't work anymore. It is what it is. My brain's not working either. Hey, Cirox, what's going on? Hey, Stacy, what's going on? Jeff's hips probably do lie, but I don't know. I've never tried. You know what? Honestly, like it's one of those things. Like when people do weird things, and hey, can you do this? My response is often, why would I know if I can do this? I have no idea. I suspect I can't do what she's doing.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a good guess, but it would be a lie to tell you that because I've not tried to do that in my whole life.
I 1,000% know I can't. So
there you go.
I'm okay with that because she already does it. Great.
She does it enough for me. I'll just leave it right there. Yeah.
And then followed up with J-Lo.
I heard they had J-Lo. Yeah, I heard she was involved too. Yeah. So there's I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna zip it right there. But the Snickers hole is working. That was funny too. So and that reminds. So my daughter, I think it was Friday night. It might have been yesterday. Just gave me a new Instagram to follow, and I don't know what it's called. I'm screwed up, but something about influencers in the wild or something like that. And it's people taking TikToks and Instagrams and whatever, but running into stuff and kids falling, and then that commercial. Yeah, the Snickers hole worked.
I don't even know what that is. I must have missed that one.
It was good. It was good. One of my favorite things about every year in the Super Bowl is usually the day before, but maybe it'll come out tomorrow, whatever. Maybe I just missed it on YouTube. They'll have like the 50 commercials.
Yeah.
Like people should just not go unless you work for me. You should probably just not go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be on YouTube checking those things out. Or
Super Monday.
Yeah, right, Michael. What happened at 20-10? Patrick Mahomes happened. And that was fun. So, but anyway, so the commercial. I mean, again, we had a YouTube commercial, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think the Bill Murray one. Like, I don't want to steal your thunder, but I'm not going to.
No.
I think that's my favorite one too. Yeah, I feel bad thinking yours, but I think that's.
Don't feel bad. It was awesome.
It was pretty funny.
I just went first.
That's what I get. I do. Oh, Cirox says I do like Maroon 5, but enjoyed this halftime show more than last year's. So I'm not a Maroon 5 fan, and I don't think they're bad. I watched the halftime performance last year, and by the end, I was like,
I don't even remember it. So that's anything.
I do. I wish I didn't. It was very. So I'm a big fan. Oh man, please don't hate me. I probably shouldn't say what it is in my head. Sean, I'm listening. Should I say it or not? I'm going to be a bad influence.
It's not just us, Jeff, for life.
Yeah. Never mind.
We're all going to love you. It doesn't matter.
Talk about, No. Hey, RV, I just saw your note right before I came on, but thank you for the sweet note. Okay, so
that was your first favorite, the Bill Murray one. Second favorite?
I mean, right now I'm thinking about Shakira, so the numbers and the thinking things.
So much.
I don't know. Like I should have wrote them down. We talked about this. I should have wrote them down. I'll go with the Walter White. I mean Bryan Cranston. I'll go with that one. It was short and sweet. He was funny when Bryan Cranston was being the shining guy and they gave her the Dr. Pepper.
I
Uh,
missed that one.
it
I
was pretty
must have
funny.
missed a lot. I
I'm a
didn't watch the
big
first quarter. I was
well, I don't.
collecting
It feels like
children
it was
from
like
friends' houses, so
ouch, bummer. I'm a I'm a big Breaking Bad fan. I'm a big Bryan Cranston fan. They were there. They being Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, Walter White, and Jesse Pinkman. They were down there
yeah,
selling
yeah.
whiskey or whatever they're doing. I don't know. And so they were in all kinds of stuff all over my Twitter and all over my Instagram all weekend. But his commercial was funny. But I probably just like it. Hey, Happy Lux. I probably just like it because I love him. Addie,
Yeah.
not that I know of. I mean, Shakira. I mean, J Lo was. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't hit any screenshots if you don't want to know about that. Hey, Detroit Disney duo, how are you? We really need to get off the Shakira talk, or I'll get
Another one I really loved. I don't know if you've ever watched The Ranch. My husband hates it, but I love it.
I've heard of it.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, is it
It,
Kevin Costner?
it has what?
Is Kevin Costner in it?
No,
I
it's
don't know what it is.
like a atypical comedy with what's his name in it? Someone help me in the chat. Anyways, the old guy was playing he's a rancher. They're ranchers. It's called The Ranch. And they had like a gun fight off and like his mustache did the wave and
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
that
What is his name?
I can't remember.
He's always a cowboy.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at the Ranch. Okay,
Because he's a great cowboy.
Reagan, my youngest, didn't watch any of the games. She came down a couple, 3, 4 times just to look around, and she was down for that one. And she cracked up, and then she said, "Okay, I'm out of here." So that was funny. Ashton Kutcher's in that. Okay.
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher. That's who I
Sam
was
Elliott.
thinking of.
Yeah, the guy's name is Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Kay said it. Hey, Andy. Andy Hadley in the house. Ranch is great on wings. Oh, ranch is, I'm a blue cheese guy, actually.
I love them both.
Ranch is pretty overrated. I got to be honest.
It has to be good ranch, not
I'm
bottled.
Bill, so Happy Lux. I'm great. I hope you are too. No, really? Like I don't get it.
Homemade ranch.
Cheese on pretty much anything. I'm more of a barbecue sauce blue cheese kind of guy.
Together?
As long as they go in my mouth, I don't really care. They're gonna end up together anyway.
I have the best recipe for homemade blue cheese dressing, and it's the easiest thing I'll ever make.
It'd be the first thing I ever made, but my mouth just watered.
It's so good. I make it like in a big batch, and I just find things to dip in it so that it has a vessel to get in my mouth. That's it.
That's kind of my diet plan.
Yeah, me too.
Find things to dip in it. Nathan, what's going on? How are you? Jonathan, what's going on? Blue cheese. Oh man, blue cheese is the best. I don't trust people who don't like blue cheese because people who don't like blue cheese dislike it on a level like too high. Like
way too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Pickles, though. Pickles are disgusting. Okay, so all the Super Bowl talk, all the Super Bowl ad talk. Do you care about the game? You want to talk about the game at all? Kelly, my buddy.
Gallantly streaming, Jeff.
Oh, wow. Gallantly. I should be singing this part of the song right now.
You have to now.
Ghost right now. Gallantly streaming. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's amazingly generous of you. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you, buddy. Now, and look at that. I got super chats and I got Shakira on my mind, and I don't remember what I was going to do. Yeah. So Kelly, our friend Kelly, is a big Chiefs fan. He just texted me. We just texted a little bit. I know he's having a show and all that. And
yeah.
I've never had the pleasure of watching my team win. I was a Chargers fan as a kid. I'm still a Chargers fan. I'm also a Cowboys fan now, but I was not a Cowboys fan when they were winning. I lived out in San Diego. So how Kelly feels, how Marguerite in chat feels.
Yeah.
A couple other Chiefs fans. I don't know if anybody's in chat right now. I saw Marguerite, but the feeling, I haven't felt my Dodgers win either. Andy, my buddy Andy's in the chat. He'll give me garbage about this. 1988. I remember exactly what I was doing when Kirk Gibson hit the home run to win. I know you have no idea what I'm talking about. I appreciate you smiling today. But try being a Lions fan. Sean, that's your Sean, right? Sean, you're not a Lions fan.
He can't be. Who can be?
Are you guys from there? Why would you be, unless you're from there?
Yeah, we're from Michigan.
Oh, Detroit is Michigan. That's right. I guess I did. I was thinking University of.
Yeah, they shut down the Silver Dome because no one came. We're just gonna
Detroit.
close.
Detroit. The pictures of Detroit look angry. They like you see downtown Detroit. They look angry.
Yeah, I didn't go there. I've
I wouldn't go there.
been there a handful of times in my life, and I live there. So
Barry Sanders. Boy, we're not even talking about. We will get to click through rate here shortly. I swear. Or maybe we won't. Barry Sanders was fun to watch though. He played.
that's a heyday, though.
Oh man, yeah. Well, at Oklahoma State, when he was at Oklahoma State, one of his offensive
Hey,
linemen was one of my bosses at one time. Great guy, and he was I don't know if he was a guard or tackle, doesn't matter. But I still, to this day, I think I got that job because I knew his running back. I knew I was able to talk about his team.
Right.
You go, all right, we're hiring this idiot, but whatever. Hey,
That's
Jeff, what's
awesome.
going on? Hey, Pirate Princess Red, what's going on? All right, what else? Football. I mean, you know what my favorite part of the Super Bowl ending is when my team's not in it?
What?
It's baseball season now. You think you're sick of me listening to me talk about football? Here comes baseball. Hey, Disney, just what's going on? Downtown Detroit at night can get a bit scary. It looks like I don't know. I think like 80s, like Trading Places. Was Trading Places in Detroit? I don't know. It looks scary to me.
I don't know.
Pops in my head. Doesn't matter. All right, go Cubs, go. Right, Addy? Yeah, I'm not mentioning Andy again. He's a quasi Cubs fan, but I'm a Dodger.
Pirate Princess.
All right. I feel
Yes.
like we footballed it out. I can talk about Shakira all night long if you want. But
I texted you about her, right?
Didn't make me sad. I'm sitting in the room. My wife's in there making whatever she's doing, and one of my kids is over there, one of my kids over there, and I had nobody to talk to. And then you said to him, I'm like, yeah, talk about Shakira's hips with anyone who will listen.
There's a lot of booty in a very short halftime show. It was awesome.
That was something. That was something.
That was well thought out to those marketers.
And I'll tell you what, like that's not my style of music, but that was the best Super Bowl halftime show for me in quite some time. I can't even remember the last one I enjoyed.
It was good. It was really entertaining, and they're very, very talented. I just rolled my eyes like 20 times, but
that's not what my eyes were doing. Jeff says there's a play on the Kansas City Chiefs that is from Massachusetts. Oh, player? Yeah. Actually, you know what? That's funny. In the pregame, I don't know. I wasn't like paying attention too close, but at one point they talked about some of the players in their hometowns.
Yeah.
Actually mentioned San Marcos, California, which is where I grew up, where I went to high school. But I don't know what player they were talking about. So apparently one of the players from one of the teams was from my hometown, but I didn't even know that. So that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Anyway, all right. Click through rate. Are we ready to talk about click through rate? First of all, gallantly streaming before I get all serious. Thank you.
Thank you
Unbelievably
so
generous. I'll even thank you. So I'll start on this one. And I'll start on this one because you're better at it than me. And I don't know. I don't know if you know that, but you should. You do. So click-through rate is I think people are confused about click-through rate on the beginning at YouTube kind of level. And I still think I'm at the beginning YouTube level. I don't know if you guys all consider where everybody considers themselves. I guess some people think they're an expert when they get their 50th subscriber, and some people who have 10,000 subscribers think they're still new. So I guess it's all attitude. But I think click-through is confusing to people.
It's still confusing kind of now, even.
It's kind of, it's not intuitive. Oh, that sounds nerd talk. I'm not even going to go there. Jeff, my wife was born in La Jolla. Oh, no way, Tim. My wife almost went to school in La Jolla. I know La Jolla very well. I grew up in San Marcos, California. Well, that's why you're telling me that. You know that. We actually played La Jolla. High school football talk. Here we go. I could throw a ball over that mountain like Napoleon Dynamite. I swear. Love Napoleon Dynamite. I am in too good of a mood to talk about click-through rate.
we have to cover it. Look, someone doesn't even know. Disney just has no idea what click-through rate is and wants us to enlighten her. We know what it is. We have to share it. But you can still throw a football over a mountain later.
I have to know you don't know what that reference is from, because I've done that before to you. And
Napoleon Dynamite, we talked about this. I know what that is because that's one of my favorite lines. It's like one of the best lines other than like, my lips hurt real bad. Because mine kind of do right now. It's a little dry.
I love that movie. Oh, See, now I'm going to stay up all night and watch Shakira videos and Napoleon Dynamite.
And Groundhog Day.
Yes.
I just yelled. I'm sorry, guys.
She's yelling at me now. I have no idea on click-through rate, so enlighten us. All right, Disney Jeff. So click-through rate is simply this. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? Did I say hi to Bobby? Hi, Bobby. Click-through rate. So the amount of impressions, how many times people see it, how many times it's served up. So if my video shows up on Tim or Pipe Princess Red or Lynn's, screen, YouTube, that's an impression, right? Divide that number. So make it a fraction. So that number on the bottom versus how many times they click on it on the top. So that number, how many times somebody clicks on it, divided by how many times it was served up. So let's make it easier. If 100 impressions, if YouTube puts out my thumbnail and title, right? Like on the side or wherever it pops up, on your screen or on some screen somewhere 100 times, and 10 people click on it, my click-through rate would be 10%. 10 divided by 100 is the easiest math that we can do.
We're going to do easy math tonight because you didn't prepare me for that.
I think that's the last math we do of the night. Yes. I've already told you I'm thinking about Shakira. So, so click-through rate, the hard part of click-through rate is people, so everybody wants to ask this question. So what's a good click-through rate? And that, I'm sorry, that's the wrong question to ask.
Yeah.
The question to ask is my click-through rate getting better or worse? And so why do you want a better click-through rate? Well, you want people, if Lynn's video, hey Gonzo, what's going on, buddy? If your video is being served out, obviously that's better because you can't have people clicking on it unless they're seeing it, right?
Right.
If it's being served out 100 times and one person watches it, you have a 1% click-through rate. That's not so good. But you don't necessarily, some of the best videos you have are going to have a lower click-through rate because there's so many impressions. So when like YouTube will say, well, I guess it's the same. I think they say between 2% and 10%. They might say between 3% and 10% is acceptable, I think is their word usage. Normal. Hey, Mara, what's going on? How are you, my friend?
Hi.
And really, that's the problem, I think. They need to say that there's no relevance. So if Mr. Beast puts out a video, Google knows people are going to click on it, therefore they're going to put it out there.
Right.
So Mr. Beast's click-through rate is probably going to be lower than mine and yours because it's got so many impressions.
Right. Right.
My best click-through rate video only has one view because I put it off. It had 6 impressions and 1 view. So it's what is that? 16.7%. 16.66666 forever. So 16.7 or 17%. But again, I took it off because it was for my niece out in California. Doesn't matter. It had nothing to do with my channel, but I put it on my channel because she couldn't figure it out. Doesn't matter. But so it was public for a while, and for whatever reason, 6 people served it out and 1 watched. It was probably her. I have no idea. Maybe somebody else watched it. Who cares? But when you look at the list, that's my best one. Well, that's a perfect example of why click-through rate doesn't matter. 16% with 6 impressions.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, that's a really interesting way to look at it because I haven't ever really looked at it that way before. You just see a percentage and you kind of like, all right, well, where am I on the spectrum of percentages? How do I fit in? Kind of like standardized testing. Like,
yes.
Okay, you're judged by where you fall in the graph. And you're like, I need to be here. I don't really know what it means, but I want to be in this area or better.
That's right. People get confused by numbers and they want to. That's the thing. Comparison kills joy.
Good night, Team.
Like my click-through rate and your click-through rate might have some commonality. Probably not, though. Your channel, you have much more higher view counts per subscriber than I do. Quite a bit. Like you put out a video or 2 a week and you get 1,000 of views, right?
Yeah.
I put out last year, I would put out 7 videos. This year I'm putting out 2 or 3 and I'm doing 4 live streams. So let's say I do 7 things a week and you do 2 things a week. You might get 1,000 views a week. I might get 1,000 views a week. You're putting out 2 things. I'm putting out 7 things.
Right.
Or the math is going to be skewed. So if I compare and then think about it. So Corey Meets World. We just mentioned him not too long ago. I don't know how many subscribers he has, but it's like 15,000, I think, something along those lines. I'm probably wrong. It's a lot more than me. Great channel. Check him out. Love it. So but I guarantee his views are way higher than mine. I don't know what they are. I didn't look at his channel recently, but hey, Team Mold. But his click-through rate, well, it's probably higher than mine too, because my click-through rate, so let's compare him to you. But I bet his click-through rate isn't as good as yours, and I didn't ask you what your click-through rate is. I have no idea. But, I mean, I probably could give it a decent guess. But my point is, I bet his is lower because his view counts are so high, and his view counts are so high that Google knows to serve it out. So does that make sense? So when you're comparing it, you must compare it to you. So when I look at my click-through rate, which I don't do enough, but I'm going to do it more in 2020, I look at the last 90 days and the last 28 days. So I should have pulled it up. I didn't. I could screen share it, I suppose, but I think mine is 2.8. No. I think it's 3.1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 3.1, but it's 2.8 over the last 28 days. And here's the sad part about that. That's me trying. That's me purposely trying to make my click-through rate better. How do you make your click-through rate better? The only things you have control over are what? Your title and your thumbnail. Does that make sense to you, Lynn?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that that's a good point about, before I lose this thought, I want to just say that isn't what I was going to say, but I was thinking.
Shakira talk? More Shakira.
No. So another thing is that I noticed, and I remember from when I first started really watching on YouTube, when I was looking at Disney videos, so I would finish a video and then that channel, you could I would watch mobile, so you could swipe up and it would have like suggested videos.
Yeah.
But there was also suggested videos on the same topic from other channels. So instead of directing you to clicking through to their next video, there were a lot of suggested videos on the same topic from other creators. So that's part of, I don't know why I just said that so dramatic.
well, I think, what's your point?
Think about that. Other creators. No. So,
this is too weird tonight. We're in too good of a mood to have a serious conversation. What is your point, honestly? Were you surprised that it wasn't, like, if you were on my channel, you watched
it's sending you somewhere else on the same topic.
So YouTube has a goal. All right. What is YouTube's goal?
Keeping you on that platform.
Exactly. Getting you to leave other platforms and come to theirs.
Right.
And once you're there, keeping you there.
Yeah.
So if you come to my channel, like, let's just be real about this. If you come to my channel, and please do, and do it often, and feel free to fall asleep. No, don't fall asleep.
Ring that bell. Let it play.
Let's see, but the fall asleep, let it play, right? What's going to happen? YouTube knows that Corey Meets World is better than me. Like, I'm no. Corey, I don't know if Corey's watching. I doubt he's watching, but Corey, if you're here, I love you and you do a great job. My best guess is, because I know Corey's channel is better than mine. Please don't all leave and go to Corey's channel right now. Don't go to Corey's channel. It's a great channel. But Corey's channel is better than mine. So if you're watching my video, Google, YouTube knows probably, if it was a Disney video, where to send you. And they're going to send you to the best place to keep you. I would love to think that was me, but no, it's probably Michael K., the Tim Tracker, Corey Meets World, Resort TV One, etc.
DFB Guide, all of them,
etc. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just the way it is. Like,
I've done that before. I've fallen asleep watching videos, and I remember waking up and looking at my phone, and some random video was playing, and I'm like, I didn't thumbs up. I don't know.
Google thinks, so here it comes. Google thinks you want to see that. And you know what? I've read this. I believe this. Daryl Eve said this, and he's right. Google, YouTube knows better what you want to watch than you do.
Yeah.
Algorithms are amazing.
Always listening.
Right? So, yeah, so I'm going to tell Mom, are you here? Ma. So when I first, I swear all I had was Diet Pepsi. I do not drink. I don't even know why I'm supposed to do it. I know why. When I first got monetized, right? Very first day of monetization, a couple people said, "Oh man, I saw an ad on your video, blah blah blah." And it was pretty cool. They call me, they text me, whatever. Mom calls me. My mom. Mom, are you here? I'm kind of delaying the game to see if you're here. So So she pops on and says, Jack, you got an ad on your commercial or on your video. I watched an ad on your video. I'm like, yeah, please, thank you. Yeah, watch the whole thing, Ma. And we're laughing about it, blah, blah, blah. So I have a question. Why do you have, what was it?
Hi, Shelly.
It was some old person thing. It was like Depends underwear or something. It was something that clearly was for not me. I want to know what's going on. And so she says, why would you have that on your channel? I'm like, Ma, I don't. You do. So obviously that goes to what, I don't know. We're way off topic again, but
My cheeks kind of hurt this time again. Remember when that happened before? That's funny. No, that's really funny, and it's so true. And that's why Google is crushing it, because they know how to market that stuff and to make it specific to each person. Well, there you go.
Yeah. And I put your question up there, Jeff, so I'll get to it in a minute. But bringing it back to click-through rate. What can we control? I can't control what you click on. I can't control what Google will send out. I can't control thumbnails and titles, and then my content.
Yeah.
To get them to click on my video, like if you have a good sign and you have parking and you have pretty lights, maybe somebody will stop into your parking lot and come into your store. Once they come in the store, like me and Wifey walked in a store the other day. There's two restaurants right next to each other. An Italian one that looks really cool on the outside, and I like me some Italian food, and I've been wanting to check it out. And then a pho, whatever, some Asian thing next door, and I like both of those things, right? So we go in the Italian place that looks all pretty on the outside, and nobody says hi to us. There's nobody eating in the whole place, which is a clue, right?
Right.
And there's nobody working there, and I'm like, did the Sopranos just hit this place? What happened? Where are the people? So I walk back there. I get the menu. After about 6 minutes, nobody talked to me. And then some dude, teenage kid, comes out of the kitchen, walks around, picks up something on a table, and leaves. Doesn't even look at us. I'm like, we're gone, right? And
wow.
So it had spectacular Asian food right next door. It was good. It was hot. It was great. I loved it. The point is, they got me in. Their click-through rate would go up. I went in.
Right.
I hung out for 6 minutes, and I'll tell you this right now: people ain't staying on your video for 6 minutes if you're not.
No, you definitely didn't subscribe.
Did not subscribe. And will I ever go there again? I might, but probably not, because what? Right next door, there's a restaurant that I went to and it's good. I tried that. Right. So, anyway, Jeff says, Dole Whip Dad. I've heard of that guy. Can I ask how you did your first talk on your video? I just seen a bit of it. My DisTube today. Can I ask how you did your first talk? I'm assuming you're talking about my video today. Lynn, what do you think? Is he asking about?
Yeah, I think that's probably what he's talking about, because it was really impressive. Honestly, I loved it, and I kind of double took when I clicked onto it, because you didn't tell me. I mean, I thought you would tell me who the special guest was. You didn't tell me who it was. I was slightly offended. I thought I had some good guesses. I was wrong.
You did not have good guesses.
And then I click on it while I'm watching the Super Bowl, and I'm like, oh my God, he has a twin brother. No.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It's extra awesome.
Nobody ever.
But that was super cool and really impressive with the timing. There were no cuts that I saw while I was on there. It was a one take on both sides of it.
It was.
And
I cut out 0.2 seconds of one, because for whatever reason the audio track it clicked for the first amount of time, and then not. I don't have any idea why or what would have done that.
I've had that happen before.
0.2 or 0.3, I don't remember. That's all I did. It was fun. So I'm assuming she's right. I think that's what you're asking. So what I did was
go and watch his DisTube right after this, please.
It went a little long, right? Like, so I called my mom afterwards, because she sent me a text, hey, that was funny. And so I called Mom and I said, I got to ask you a question. Like, first of all, was it funny or was it creepy? She thought it was funny. Okay, second question, did it go too long? So I'm going to ask you, but let me tell you why first. Like, when you hold on to a joke for a while, it'll get a second laugh or a third laugh. And at some point it lives its life, right? And at some point, if you're holding on to a joke, you just become creepy dude. And so I'm trying to like take it serious. Like, Jeff's talking to Jeff, and I'm trying to be serious, right? And then I made fun of the interviewer for interrupting me, because obviously my timing wasn't perfect. But at some point, I thought, okay, this is going a little long. Like in my head, I was going to do it for an hour, which is 2 hours if everything goes perfect.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So here's the truth. At 8, so I have a sponsor now of this show and of that show, Magic of the Mouse TV on YouTube, Magic of the Mouse podcast. Love them. I'll drop their. If somebody wants to drop their links, that'd be great. I'll drop their links here in a little bit. But anyway, so I was planning on going for the hour, and at the 30-minute mark, reading the script and talking about all the stuff. And so I'm doing my thing, and blah 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 blah. So when you ask a question to nobody, you got you
give nobody time to answer.
it takes a long time. So I think, all right, man, it's about a half hour. So I looked down at the clock, and it wasn't quite 8 minutes. I'm like, I ain't going an hour. I can't do this twice. So that was the moment where I decided it was not going to be a 20-minute to a half-hour show. But
so how long did it end up being? Because I didn't watch the very end of it.
34 maybe or something. I don't know.
Okay, I think that's probably. I look forward to going back and rewatching it because I don't know what I was maybe in there for like 10 minutes. I think I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think that anyone who is a subscriber, follower of you, your show DisTube, has watched you interview other people even once or multiple times, will really enjoy the humor that you brought to the table there. I think, like, why couldn't I have thought of that?
So your attitude is different than my daughter. So my oldest that lives with me, the 18-year-old that still lives with me, told her mother, but not me, but her mother told me that she said, how does Dad think of those things, and why does Dad think of those things?
I think it's amazing.
I told her after that, because Mom told me so. Her mother told me that. So I went to her and I said, you should hear about all the stuff that I don't do and don't admit to thinking of, because whatever. I felt like it was going long. Like at the end, like how long can the joke be funny, right? So
right.
But I had fun.
I think it's good cut in half because I'd get sick of myself after an hour, but
I think I'm like my favorite person, and I get sick of myself.
Yeah, it's a bit much, but I think that for what I watched, I loved it, and I wasn't sick of it. That's not why I clicked off of it. I just wanted to watch the Super Bowl with my family.
I swear you didn't. I wasn't sick of your face.
I am gonna go back and rewatch it because I really, and I don't just say that.
I had a couple ideas. I wanted to put something in that slot because it's a regular slot that I have a show.
Yeah.
But I was going to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so my Lake Buena visitors, I've mentioned this before, but I'll give them a little plug. Love them. They have a great Etsy shop. They were going to be my guests, but we both agreed that it was a bad night. First of all, the numbers were bad, but second of all, we both wanted to do what we did. So anyway, I had a couple ideas on what to do there, and I'm glad I went with that. It was a lot of work. It worked out okay. I'm glad I did it. Whatever.
But now, on the other side of that, look at it in a different perspective as of now that you're not forced, but pressuring yourself to create that one video every single day. Now you have extra time to do a little bit extra creative things like that, where I feel like the payoff.
Yeah.
That's how I feel personally.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that actually, and I agree. So like I thought the 32 minutes or whatever the video was, I thought it went a little long. Because again, how long can you hold on to a joke, right? But
32 minutes.
it was 20 at the most. But same with the Vision 2020, the whole daily vlogging thing. There's no doubt I grew from it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I grew community. I got better at what I was doing, but I probably could have went 6 months and gained most of what I gained. Clearly, I'm able to be more creative. Again, I have a full-time job, right? I have 4 daughters, 2 who still live in the house. I got a grandkid. I got 2 more grandkids. Oh, and work. And I'm not.
It's a lot.
I don't work at Arby's. I love Arby's. I would love to work at Arby's again. I used to work at Arby's. But my point is, so there's not. It's nice to not have that. And yeah, it was fun. Anyway, whatever. Orlando guy says one thing everyone needs to do is have a separate website with their videos embedded on it, along with exclusive content to drive SEO. Also, make sure you have a video XML sitemap for Google's index. So I do have a blog. I bought the domain, and I haven't even gone back to move it off of the Weebly free one to dolewhipdad.com. So that'll be something that maybe I'll do because I don't have those daily videos. But I agree with that. I don't know the details of that. I do know that, again, I mean, speaking to the SEO, and I don't know much about SEO. And Orlando guy, we should talk about having you on. But Google/YouTube, how do I say this? Celebrates, that's not the right word. They're going to serve up your stuff more if you're bringing people from off platform to on. So if they don't know that it's dolewhipdad.com, right? If dolewhipdad.com has people going to YouTube, that makes what makes YouTube.
Addie family is coming.
I'm way behind in chat. Let me get caught up. Here, I'll just skip over. Yeah, I'm gonna skip all the way to see what Addie said. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. Anthony, what's going on? How are you? Trying to figure out SEO right now. I don't know much about it. Orlando,
I don't really know that much about the SEO. I know that it definitely helps your videos if people are sharing your video and then people are clicking on your link from those shared platforms.
Yeah. YouTube.
Anything to get you there.
They will value if you're bringing people from off the platform to the platform.
Right.
So, I mean, there's lots of things to SEO, but trying to think of it very basically from, I try to keep things simple. I'm not that bright. So if YouTube can see that I'm bringing people from Facebook, from Instagram, from wherever to YouTube, they'll see that and then they'll more likely put out my videos. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Orlando guy, you can talk about it on Breaking Base. Let's do it. I would love that. I'm not seeing Eddie. The next creator talk movie that Lynn can't be here for. We're going to get Jeff in a blonde wig. So, yeah. I love me some me. And my wife is very blonde. So me with blonde, I might like me too much. I don't think that's a good idea at all. I feel like my head might explode. Also, it's creepy. Yeah. Let's go with no. I'm getting comfy with the weekly sports show. Yeah, cricket. So yeah, we need to talk about that. I have been busy. I saw your notes. I was doing something else and I was watching the football game and all that. I was watching me and watching the chat and watching the football game. But I did see your comment and I'll respond to your cricket. I will. Yeah. So the podcast thing would be great. I'm gonna do some sports podcasts, but whatever. Just life for me. I don't have any time to make content. Too busy watching a dozen other creators' content.
That's Joe from the other day. Hi, Joe.
You're funny. Welcome in, buddy. So click-through rate. So do you concentrate on it? Do you consider it? Do you ignore it? Where would you put yourself on the pay attention to click-through rate?
I don't really. I really don't. I actually haven't looked at it in a very long time until you brought it up today, and I was like, oh, poop. Better check that out when I get home.
So inside baseball stuff. When I sent you the, hey, what do you think about this? And hey, what do you think about that? You can say no. Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Oh, yeah, it sounds great. I got to look into it now. No, I love it because it also helps. Like there are things that I've looked at. I know what they are.
In your response, I will not. But your response was very. Oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
I didn't. You said commercials. You had me at commercials. I know that.
Good night, Kay. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great night.
Good night. Bye. But I know I've looked at it. I just don't know how much it actually is a really important weighing factor on the success of your channel. So I pay more attention to who's watching my videos, what age demographic, are they men or women?
Interesting. Why?
Because I know who I'm talking to better. So if I'm talking to 20-year-olds, and then maybe I'll make sure I say, hey, that guy's totally vibing right there. And, like I use the lingo that I know that they could relate to a little bit more. Whereas somebody who's my age or right around my age, I don't have to add any filter to it for them to understand what I'm saying. I was talking to a 21-year-old today, and he's like, yeah, those it was 2 bands, and I had to stop and process what he was saying to me. He meant $2,000, like it was a band of $1,000. I don't even want to get into it, but I had to learn this lingo that I don't know. And I'd rather just talk like I talk.
I vote for that.
So I'm very, very happy that people that talk like me watch me. I don't know. I think it's important to know your audience as well. Like,
I totally agree. I don't look at that. I don't look at the demos as much because I think it's the tail wagging the dog kind of thing. What I mean by that is the way you talk is going to attract people who like the way you talk.
That's true. That's
like,
true too.
You know what kind of people who don't like me? People who, very sensitive people don't like me. and that's okay. That's okay. Like, your butt looks big in those pants, so do mine. It's okay. It's okay.
So does Shakira's.
Somebody's lying about hips right there. I think that it's important to know your audience. You need to know who you're talking to, whether you're talking to an audience live, you're talking to kids, you're talking to your family, you're talking to your audience on YouTube. Who do you talk to when you're talking? Are you talking to subscribers? Are you talking to people who you hope to become subscribers? When you're thinking about who you're talking to, because you're talking to a camera, right? I'm talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Right now, honestly, I'm talking to you and chat a little bit right now. But when it's a video,
yeah,
I'm
here's a
talking
camera.
to but
Your audience.
Are you talking to Pirate Princess Red, Jeff, Cricket? Are you thinking about your current subscribers? Or are you thinking about people who may have been to your channel for the first time today?
I'm talking to, so like for my resort videos, I'm talking to most likely someone who's planning a trip to Walt Disney World, and
I love that answer.
So I think about that. So also in my vlog, someone who is trying to either plan their best day in Walt Disney World and see what fun things you can do, or somebody who has been there, loves it, and is just missing it and wants a piece of it.
So subscribers, potential new people, but people who, well, you just said it.
Yeah.
Hey, David, how you doing, buddy?
I can't not be me. So
why would you want to? That's how you feel.
What you see is what you get. And what was it? Addie Family says, Lynn talks fast, like most people from the North. I do. And
okay, so chat poll. Who talks faster, Jeff or Lynn?
Oh, we're both fast talkers.
I wish all y'all, and by all y'all, I'm making fun of Texas and talking to everyone on the planet, would talk faster. Do you know how many words you can say versus how many words you can process? We can process so many more words than we say. Everyone on the planet is talking too slow. Okay, there you go. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Vote for Mr. President.
Easy, Lynn. I win.
Really? That's not why I like you. So I'm just trying to make people unsubscribe. Feel free to unsubscribe if you're sick of me tonight. Disabled Disney. You know what? That's not true, Jeff. I'm a pretty sensitive person, but I can appreciate your humor. I appreciate that, Disabled Disney. I am not trying to make fun of anybody except for people who make me laugh, and that's everyone. So, including me, by the way.
I do too.
I just think the hardest thing for me to do on the planet is to listen to someone slow talk. Like,
yes. It's like, hurry up.
I think you know what I hear? Here's when people are talking slow to me, I hear, I have nothing to say, but I want you to continue to listen to me. That's all I hear. We had we had someone in our life at one point who would just interject and interrupt stuff and just say things just because they wanted to talk. And we all have those people in our lives, right? At one point, I'm talking and we're having a 3-person conversation, but she's not saying much because just wasn't in her wheelhouse. And so I'm talking and she's talking and I'm talking and she's talking. And the third person interrupts to say, I like wood. Now, we weren't talking about wood. And we've talked about it for years since. It was just, I wish someone would listen to me. And that's what I feel like when people are it's like, what's the character in Zootopia? The sloth?
The sloth.
Why is
Sean,
that
you
funny?
don't talk that slow. Stop it.
Jeff R says, I heard something about Kobe Bryant. He was a real Catholic. He went to church every day. He did. He was devout. I've heard many things about that, actually. Yeah. It's actually a lot of stuff going on with that, but I don't want to be that thing. The sloth from Zootopia is great. Flash. That's right. It was Flash.
It's a great name. I'm
Magic
from
enough.
Michigan.
Was that from Michigan? What?
Jeff Friend has asked where I'm from. I'm from Michigan. So
Magic the Mouse says, you've never been to Jersey. Dole Whip Dad. I watch The Sopranos, so whatever. When we do the podcast, my son tells me all the time I need to slow down. So, Bill, honestly, I haven't even listened to episode 2 yet. I want to do it tonight. I don't know. I will do it either tonight or tomorrow. But episode 1, you know what I noticed? And tell me if I'm wrong, Bill. I feel like you must have deleted the spaces in between, like when I talk and then there's a break. Because I listened to it in the car driving with my daughter and then with my daughter. And I said to her, do I talk that fast? And she said, no, man, it's like they sped you up. So I don't know. Like, maybe I was on crack that day or something. I don't know what happened, but it felt like I was talking really fast. Anyway, I didn't want to ask you that, but I haven't remembered. So there you go. A little inside stuff. Sloth is awesome. I love Sloth. Best character was Mr. Big, though. Thanks for using the mug. Yeah, I never got my mug. Did they send it back to you, Orlando guy? I would not to. What? Oh, you would. Oh, thank you. I try to pretend like I'm a nice guy. You're a fast listener. We're all fast listeners, right? Yeah. Okay. So click-through rate. So I guess the whole idea of click-through rate is how do you get people to watch it? So whether you're concentrating on click-through rate or not, and you said you're not, you certainly want to create a good thumbnail and a good title. How do you, whether you call that click-through rate or not, whether you notice your click-through rate going up or down, that's why we care about click-through rate. We want people to go to our video.
right.
How much time do you spend on that? Where do you get your ideas? What do you do the same every time or different every time? We've talked about it a little bit. It really comes down to thumbnail and title talk, I guess. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm working on trying new things for my thumbnails. I uploaded a new video today of our first visit to Rafiki's Planet Watch, and I used a different format. So it doesn't match any of my previous thumbnails at all. But I think it's
On purpose?
more.
You're saying you did it on purpose? Different?
I did it on purpose. I wanted to see if it made a difference. I don't think it did.
Well, I mean, when did you drop it? 14 hours ago.
Yeah.
Good looking.
But I mean, I love the way it looks, and I
I
think
like the way it
that
looks. Yeah.
it's very drawing for what you're clicking on.
By the way, I don't look like that question mark at all. But other than that, well.
Jeff was my special guest
That was
on
me, dang it.
Coffee and Contemplation. I just didn't know until 8 hours before.
Did I tell you I went in to ask if we were? I told you this, right? I went in to ask why
She was sleeping with her phone, like.
Anyway, I can't keep on one topic tonight. I'm sorry, but your thumbnails are pretty good. I mean, do you like your thumbnails? Do you like your titles? How often do you spend? How much time do you spend on it? Like, because for me, last year I spent not enough time. I purposely decided, I don't know, January, February, March, to pick a font and stick with it. Hey, Sean or not Sean?
That's the oldest kid.
Hey, not Sean. How are you? What was that? Oh, so I don't know that I liked the font that I picked, but I knew I didn't dislike it. Right? Really, I was sick of looking. Let's be real. So I picked one and stick with it. And all I'll do now is I'll change the color now and then. And I don't remember what it's called, but I still do it because they say to try to be consistent. The other thing with thumbnails is the more faces, the better. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
But watch a video on this week. I should have probably dropped a link to it. But if you have one video, that's good. Or one face on your title, that's good. If you have two, that's better. If you have three, that's best. And I didn't know that. I think it's weird to say that, but the algorithm is the algorithm. My viewed video until the COPPA video that I don't know, fall of last year, for about a year, was what I thought wasn't even a good thumbnail. It was me, my 18-year-old, and my mom at a Mexican food restaurant, mom making a funny face before we went to see Coco. So we had Mexican food.
The Coco review, right?
I don't know, 14,000, whatever it did. For me, it's my second best viewed video ever. For a long time, it was my best viewed video ever. And the thumbnail stunk. I thought the algorithm likes it, and I learned recently It had 3 faces. So you know what? You're gonna see my wife and my kids and all my dang thumbnails for the rest of my life now.
We've
Not
talked about this before when we
really.
talked about thumbnails and our goals for 2020.
Yeah.
Sean just brought it up.
Do
Please
you
don't,
need that cartoon one? Because I hate that too.
please don't do the surprise thumbnails, guys. And they can't. I can't do that. I won't do that. But
I'm gonna do it to make fun of us now for sure.
that's going to be our next week's thumbnail for. We'll both do the.
Thumbnail talk.
That would be great.
Do you know a long time in The Sopranos, Steve Van Zandt from Bruce Springsteen? Yeah, I got to see Bruce and all of them. Tom Morello was on lead guitar. I got to see them in Dallas for the Final Four a couple years ago. But yeah, Steve Van Zandt does a great job in Sopranos, Jeff. That's good stuff. Disabled Disney said, oh, did I hit the wrong one? Guess I should start doing pics of us in our thumbnails. Yeah, you should. The algorithm likes faces.
Yeah. It was funny because we talked about that before I did my last Character Warehouse vlog. So I tried to take like a selfie in front of the Character Warehouse sign, and my face would not fit in the thumbnail area.
I don't think it's that big. I don't believe you.
It wouldn't. I tried, and it was either my face or Character Warehouse, and I went with Character Warehouse because they know what they're getting. They don't see my face.
They know what they're getting.
So it was better. Hold on one second.
So, and that is, well, so one of the things that I wanted to use, we're an hour in already, so it's really good timing to do this. One of the things I wanted to talk about this because I want to talk more about thumbnails and other things next week. I'm very excited about next week. I've told Lynn, I've told my wife, I haven't told anybody else. We have someone from Diz.
Yes.
Nope, I almost said we have someone from DizTube. How arrogant is that? I guess we do. It's me. No, we have somebody from TubeBuddy on the show next week. Rob Balabas, he's a great guy. He's done lots of stuff with a couple companies. He's now their brand ambassador, I think is his title. And basically his job now, I'll let him tell you next week, but his job now is to evangelize about the awesomeness that is TubeBuddy. I use TubeBuddy. I do not use TubeBuddy well enough. One of the things that people like the best about TubeBuddy is the thumbnail A/B testing. And I admit I've never used it.
Me neither.
We'll be on next week, and we'll all get to ask him. I'll ask him, you ask him, Lynn, and everybody in chat will get to ask him anything they want about why they should sign up for TubeBuddy, what they get from it. I'm very, very excited about that. Hopefully I won't watch Shakira dance right before, so I'll be more serious. But he's a great guy. I've got to know him, on, talking online and stuff. But I really like what he does, and I'm just really excited about it. See you, Sean. Good talking to you. So anyway, a dude from TubeBuddy next week on our show. I'm very excited about that. When I texted you about it about 5 days ago, I was high-fiving you through Instagram. I'm pretty stoked.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I have TubeBuddy Pro, I believe.
I don't even know what level I have. I'll know by next week. I'll look.
I know I had bought a version that was upgraded, and then I got Creatorly and got.
No, that's right. I don't know that I don't think I've re-upped since that went away. I bet I'm in the free right now.
I
don't know.
I have two. I don't know. I think I might have paid twice for the upgraded version of the same thing. I don't know.
Well, we got a guy you can ask about it. But anyway, I'm excited about it. So if you're sick of learning nothing from us, would like to learn something from somebody who knows what he's talking about next week, Rob from TubeBuddy. He's great. You're gonna like it.
We know some things about a lot of stuff.
I mean, you know what? Wherever it's the truth is the truth. Whatever I know, I want to know more, and I think people know more, right?
Yeah.
But then there are people that need to know what we know, and there are people who know what we need to know. And wherever we are, we're here, and
we're helping people. We're sharing. We're learning. They're learning. We're growing together, like we say every week, and I love it. So
yeah, it's fun. I love it too. Well, we're in an hour. I don't want to stay too long.
Yeah.
10:30 my time, 11:30 your time. So anything you want to say to the peeps about Shakira, about TubeBuddy, about click-through rate, about
whatever. As far as Shakira, I wish I could move like you, girl. Get it, crush it. You're amazing. And as far as TubeBuddy, I love TubeBuddy. I need to use it more because when I have used it, I've had noticeable more success with my keywords on my video that I know for a fact it helped me. So it's just about using the tools that you have. And wow, 43. Wow, more hashtag goals. That's amazing. I need better filters. Can I get a filter for this?
See, I need a filter for this. I don't care about this.
Oh. But I look forward to next week and talking with our TubeBuddy Pro and really I'm gonna definitely take down some notes this week of things that I want to know, learn better, and how we can use the tools we have
Yes.
to the best of our ability. I think that's really where I'm lacking. Like I know I have the tools, but I don't exactly know how to use them.
Well, it goes to what you
the
said.
Best way.
For me, giving up the daily, like it allowed me to do some things that, like you mentioned, and I appreciate that. But I'm podcasting now, and I want to grow that. I could not have done that. I mean, I did last year. I had like 3 episodes or 2, maybe even. I think I did 3, and I didn't even post one. Like, who had the time, right? But TubeBuddy is a place that I should be spending. If I spent an hour a day on TubeBuddy for 6 weeks, it would help my channel so much.
Yeah.
And when you have, I mean, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I don't think anyone here is a full-time YouTuber. Who has the time? So you've got to guard your time. That's like when people are like, "Oh, have you done this? Have you done that? I haven't yet."
Yeah.
And go ahead and ask me for the 12th. I haven't yet, right? Like I don't want to be a jerk, but I'm not going to apologize because I'm busy. I mean, I love what I do. I am not complaining. But sometimes I sit down and watch football game.
Right.
Right.
You gotta find the balance between all of it. And I love my jobs. I
Me too.
love my family. I love YouTube and my project, my Lynn project. I love it. But there's only so much time in you really gotta pick some things over others sometimes, and that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, it's like, how many emails do you get? How many Instagrams do you get? How many?
Right. Good night,
And I love them all. Stop. I'm not, but the truth is the truth. Like, it is what it is. Like when I joked earlier about sensitivity, come on. If
I don't have time to be that sensitive or to worry about it or get offended by everything because there isn't enough time in the day to get offended by things.
But my side of it is I feel free to be offended. It's
right.
I'm at. Fire Princess Radio, have a great night. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for being an awesome mod and a great friend. I'm a full-time YouTube watcher.
I love it.
I love that.
We appreciate you, Joe.
Yep. All right. Well, so for me, the click-through rate, I'll just end it with this.
Yeah.
I know I'm doing a bad job, and I'm purposely watching my click-through rate to see if I'm getting better, because I'm purposely working on, and when I say working on, I'm spending more than 30 seconds on thinking about the best title and thinking about my thumbnail. Like last year, I would just crank out a title I tried to tell people what they would see in the first 30 to 45 seconds of my video. Yeah. Right now, I'm trying to think about how do I get people to click on it, which is just a mindset difference.
Yeah.
And I still want it to be something that they'll see in the first 30 to 45 seconds. I do. But that unopposed to trying to get, like Conor McGregor. Why? So the video that I have going right now, it's got, I don't know, 600 views or whatever. It's good for me. That's very good for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's Conor McGregor at Disneyland. Let's be real. Who cares? I didn't get the video. I took it off of somebody else's thing. I screenshotted it. I took another thing off. I screenshotted it, and I said on there, "Hey, I stole this from somebody. Go check them out." By the way, Conor McGregor was in Disneyland. Why? I love Conor McGregor. I love Disneyland. People love Conor McGregor. People love Disneyland. I knew it would get views.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Create what you love what you do, and other people see that and they enjoy it too.
Yeah. And could I have named it Disney News and Stuff? Look who was
That
in Disney today. Yeah, and
would not have gotten as many
40
clicks.
people would have watched it or whatever. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Yeah, you are Gonzo. Whatever you are.
No, I'm
Talking about
excited though.
sensitivity, exactly.
I'm excited though now that I screenshotted my stats because of what we were going to talk about. I'm like, all right, I got to have this ready just in case I need to look it up. I need to know all of my numbers. And so I had them. I checked them and I started looking at my stats a little bit more in depth and things that I don't look at as often. And it will be interesting in 6 months to look at how those stats have changed in
Yeah.
6 months, compared to now. And now I'm not quite a year into my channel. I'm 10 months right now into my channel. So
Hey, Mike.
6 months from now, I think it'll be interesting to revisit that, and
Yeah.
we'll have a conversation about it then and see, if I've improved or if it doesn't really matter and my channel's still growing or growing differently or however, just to look at it and reflect on that.
Yeah, you can get analysis paralysis. Just diving into your analytics.
I love rhymes.
But it also helps. Like, again, how do I know if I'm purposely trying to get my thumbnails better, my titles better? How do I know? Well, next week we'll learn about TubeBuddy's A/B testing, which is one of their best things that they provide. All the YouTubers that I listen to talk about that being one of the best things that TubeBuddy provides. So I'm going to specifically ask them about that.
Yeah.
And I mean, how else do you do it? Like, I don't know. The answer is, and the truth is, like, I'm a colorblind dude who doesn't think he's that creative. So, like, when I put something out there, I'm like, hey, honey, you like this one better or this one better? And I got to be honest, often they're going to pick the one that I wouldn't have picked. So I don't know that I like art. Some of the art I like, you might not like. So it's kind of
right.
subjective, but
yeah.
there's real data to, like, the 3-face thing. Why? I don't understand that. I don't feel like I'm more apt to click on a video with 3 faces more than 0 faces, but the data is the data.
Right.
So, kids, we're taking a thumbnail.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'll be going to the character warehouse tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to. Maybe I'll have somebody take a picture of me so I don't have to make a full face selfie, and see if I can get that and then do a comparison, because I basically use the same kind of stock photo for all of them and then just redate them, because
I do that on our silly. I don't even like our Creator Talk thumbnail, but I put a picture of you and a picture of me on there because they say to do that.
Yeah, exactly. You know who you're clicking on, what you're gonna get if you've watched any of their videos before. Because my watch time is 92% people are not subscribed to my channel
because your resort tours and
they're
creator.
coming for specific information.
That's why when we were talking, I don't think it was with the world. I think it was just me and you, but now for the world too. That's why there's no doubt you're going to blow up. We both know you're going to blow up, but it's going to come, and I can prove it to you. And there's one of the proofs. Like, you're likable, you're fun. You haven't gained the traction that's going to bring you for building the community yet. I really don't think you have yet, and you're going to.
Thank you.
You count. I'm serious. You do 1 or 2 videos a week, and you get counts. I have very few videos that have 1,000. You have very few videos that don't have 1,000.
Yeah.
Being awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean it. So anyway, it's just going to grow. But you know what's going to happen though? Your click-through rate's probably going to come down.
Yeah.
But your views are going to stay up here, so who cares, right?
It'll just be funny to look at the different stats where you compared your click-through rate to your views and your watch time and your first subscribers for whatever, and then like screenshot that and then screenshot the other and look like, what does all of it really mean? But what does all of it really mean?
What is this? All right. Well, I'm pretty sure I taped the halftime show, so I've got a little more time to go. But I think that's it, guys in chat. Thank you so much, mods. Love you. Super chat. Oh my gosh, Gantly streaming. I don't know if you're still here, but
Orlando guy.
What are you laughing at?
with what you just put up in there.
I love the guy. So seriously, I appreciate it. I mean, it's a Super Bowl Sunday. And you guys are here. It means a lot to me. If you were
Yes.
in on DizTube, thanks for watching it. Sorry, I'm a little bit more wacky tonight than normal. Not really, but not really sorry. Really more
Sorry,
wacky.
not sorry.
Next week, I got Attractions Magazine, by far my largest subscriber count I've ever had say yes to jumping on DizTube. So I'm excited about that next week. 16th, we got Corey Meets World. 23rd, we got Disney Princess Couture. Saturday, I got Beauty and the Beast. Friday night, I've got Disney Pins Live. What do you got coming up for the peeps so they know they can go watch your stuff?
I have a Character Warehouse update coming by Tuesday, so
Nice.
that'll probably be my next video. And then after that, I'm looking for Yak and Yeti review. So we ate there, and it was amazing.
I haven't even been in Yak and Yeti. We do the counter. What is it? The outside stuff?
The quick service. The quick service is fantastic. We do that all the time.
You know what? I just get pretty much the same thing every time, too. I get fried rice and the sauce. Oh, see, and now my mouth.
You've never even had the burger?
I have. Their fried rice is like one of my favorite things.
So my guys love the burger there. It's their favorite burger that they've had on property.
Everybody loves everything there. I've never even walked inside, and I
inside,
you
have to.
It's such. So we love Flame Tree. We love the counter service there. Like, it's one of those things that we like the stuff that we get so much that we might not go out of our comfort zone.
No. Yes, it's hard. We did that for a while, and then finally, Josh from Perfect Park Hopping, they eat there every single time, and so finally I was like, all right, screw it, we're doing it. We got to go, and we did it, and oh my God, it was awesome. And you don't feel like crap after you eat their food because it's like it's real food. And
so they get burgers. I know you don't get burgers. What do you get?
No, I don't eat at their quick service. That's what they love at their quick service. They request that we eat that every time we're in Animal Kingdom.
Oh, gotcha.
But we went at the Yak and Yeti and we got the firecracker shrimp.
I've heard that's really good.
It's so good. I don't even know what they were called, but they were like firecracker shrimp. And then I got a not the Impossible Burger, but it was one of the vegetarian burgers that typically I don't like that brand, and it was incredible. I ate the entire thing. I loved it. And then my son...
You got what? I didn't understand what
it was a vegetarian burger.
Oh.
And it was a brand that I don't... Beyond. The Beyond Meats. I don't typically like it at home, but I loved it there. It tasted so, so good. And then my son got the surf and turf with coconut shrimp, and
I love coconut shrimp.
So good.
Oh man.
Well, I just told you the whole vlog. Enjoy watching everything I just said.
Well, we want to see the faces you make.
So good. But I will have that up later on this week for the Yak and Yeti review. So
I do think it's enough. Yak shouldn't be in the name of a restaurant. I'm just going to
it shouldn't, but
I did just drop. Oh, and so did Stacy. I love you. Thank you so much, Stacy. I dropped some links, and so did Stacy. And I think the mods were doing it throughout the night. I hope they were. I'm pretty sure they were. Magic of the Mouse podcast and Magic of the Mouse YouTube TV channel. Magic of the Mouse TV YouTube channel. Boy, that should be easier to say. I love them. They're good friends. Check out their podcast. Even the ones that I'm not on, but I'm on 2 now, so check those out. And their channel just went over 100 views. They've been out the park recently. They're growing like a weed, and I'm happy
to be
a part of it. Yeah,
they're really good. Sponsor.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that love. I think I have worn out my welcome. I've talked enough tonight. Yeah, right, Orlando guy. I totally agree. They're fun. They're good guys, and I think we're going to talk a little sports too. We've been talking. I've been insanely busy the last week or so, but as soon as life calms down here, I'm hoping to reach out to them and get them on my sports stuff. But anyway, I will finally get a video posted tomorrow. Kids are done hogging the bandwidth, said Shelly. All right. I think I'm done. Anything else for you, Lynn, before we say goodbye?
I'm really excited about next week's Creator Talk. I'm really looking forward to it and going to try and use that tool that I have about thumbnail comparison that I've never used before. So I'll see if I can use that before we...
That A/B testing on thumbnails is, again, one of the things that people love the most about.
Yeah, and I've heard that.
So again, Rob from TubeBuddy next week on the show. I think that's enough talking. Thanks, guys, for being here. Congrats to Marguerite and any other Chiefs fans that may or may not have been in here. Whoever's doing the dishes at the house, come on over to my house. I got dishes too.
Yeah, you
We
can.
need it done.
It's a lot of dishes. There's a lot of cheese eating tonight.
Oh, sounds good. All right, everybody in chat, love you. Thanks so much again.
Bye,
Thanks
guys. Thank you
for
so much.
everything. Go have a great week. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.